Hello everyone and welcome back to Steel Division 2. Today I am making a tier list and we're gonna see whose division is the best to play in 1v1 and who's the worst. And I'm making this tier list based on my own opinion. Um, if you want a list made by the opinion of several top players, you can go see the one on Alpha Bird's YouTube. He made a list recently and someone asked me to make one. I didn't want to at first, and then I figured, might as well. Why not? So here I am making a list. Although, like I said, Alphabird's list is made by the top players. He asked opinions from top players, and he made it like he explained on his video. And mine is just based off my own opinion. Um, who am I to make a tier list? Well, I like to call myself the king of noobs, and I'm a Division 3 player in the tournament. I think I'm good enough. I don't like to be vain. Well, I am vain, I guess, but I don't want to be too vain. But I think I'm good enough to make a tier list that could help people, because you've got these opinions from the top players, and it's good because they know the game a lot, but it's also geared towards how a top player would play. So let's say he says first DFL is the best division in the game. Well, that's good, but can a noob really play to their advantage? I don't know. I don't think so. And so what I'm doing here is a tier list that I think is good for noobs. Well, because it's difficult because each person has their own play style and their own opinion on the game. So basically, what I'm gonna do is make a tier list that I think is more down to earth in the way that I am the people. I'm an good player. I'm not over the top good. I'm not over the top bad. I'm just in the fine line of good players. So I think this is gonna be good. All right, so we're gonna do this. Sorry, guys, if I cough a lot. I've explained that in my previous video, but I had a cough for a couple years, for several years actually, since I started working in a dust factory, and we were making bottles. We transformed bottles of wine and beers into dust, and this is what this old industry makes. It makes people cough. All right, so I've arranged all the division here in order of appearance, and so let's start with the second tank guard, the second guard tank corp. We have it here in the game, the second guard tank corp. They have good recon, they have good resvedkas, and these are recon with bazookas, so that's very good. That's very good. Infantry wise, they're okay. They're the standard rifle division of Soviet. They can bring a lot to the game, and they got good availability, 2 stars, and even 1 star. They got good officers, 8 officers in Phase B. That's pretty good, and they can bring Phase C officers as well. Like here in Phase C, you'd have 12 officers. You don't want to use it in Phase C, but maybe you do. Who knows, right? They got AFTO. So, overall, they're very good infantry tab. Tank, they're alright because they can bring T-34 76s in quantity, like this. And then you'd want to use these 76-42 for Phase A because they got that extra armor, I believe. Yeah, they got the extra armor, which makes them survive more. So in Phase A, you want these, and then in Phase B and C, you can take a whole lot of cheap ones. You also got 1943 T-34 and the 44 variants with the APCR. So that's pretty good. And then again, you got officers. You got a lot of officers you can use here. So that's pretty good. Although the T-3045s are pretty expensive in my opinion. I have difficulty playing with these and keeping them alive. You have to use them at a long range distance, but a lot of people like them. I don't. So, but they got the T-3476, so that's always good. Support-wise is pretty basic as well. You got the ISU 152 that you might want to bring or not, but the option is there. You don't have a lot of machine guns, which kind of sucks, but you can bring enough machine guns to be competitive. And they have the Ognomichiki, the flamers that comes in motorcycles, so that's good to take early advantage of flags. So support tab is good as well. Anti-tank tab, you got the regulars. That's pretty good. You got a good choice of everything here, so that's good. Anti-hair is also very good. All you need is those 3 cards here, and you're golden for the whole game. You could even go as much as removing this one, and you still be golden. And you want them 1 star for the... otherwise, they'll have difficulty killing stuff on their own. Artillery tab is fine. You've got some mortars here. You got Su-76 if you want them. You got the Katyushas, which are not really that useful. Some players like to use them. So what I'm saying here is you got everything for everyone. So that's always good. Air tab, pretty good too. You got very good air. There's one of them that comes only in, yeah, only with 1 or 2 star. These are very good airplanes. You can see their agility is excellent, so that means they're gonna turn around very quick, and this is good to fight, because if you got fighter planes that don't have good agility, you're gonna be in trouble, because then turning around will escape you from artillery, will escape you from AA, it will escape you from airplanes, so their survivability is directly linked to the agility and your micro skills as well. So the fact that they have excellent agility is pretty good. All you need to do is micro a little bit and you should be good. They do have the PE2s, and these are excellent right now. They've got very good resilience. Their payload is pretty good. And yeah, so the air tab is pretty good. You got recon as well if this is something that interests you. And those recons have bombs. So overall, guys, this is a very good division. You don't see it a lot, but it's a pretty good division. There's a little bit for everyone in there. So where are we going to put this based on these? I think we're going to put it in A. Because you can pretty much do whatever you want with that. You can bring this game in rank or quick play. You can bring this division in rank or quick play, and you're going to have a good time overall. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I didn't even think about how I was gonna do the tier list. So S is for super strong, A is for alpha good, B is for beta, C is for cunts, and D is for dicks. Like this, they're just dicks. You don't do much with that. Cunts is like there's something to work with. Sometimes you want one in your games, but not always. Beta, we all know what this is for. This is good companions to bring. Alpha would be a overall. You always want these, and super strong is, well, you at least always need one in your game, right? Always need a super strong division with you at all time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put these in second guard in strong alpha. You want them. You need those. You can start playing with the second guard and then make your way like this in 1v1. I'm thinking of this on the spot, guys. Nothing here is taught before, so I'm just kind of going with the motion. Now, the second one is the third guard tank corps. Well, what do these guys have? They got regular recon, not a lot of availability, but they do have what you need, right? So you want one of them here, one of them here, one of them here, and you're golden for bazookas your whole game. And recon. Infantry is pretty decent. You got your regular infantry from any regular Soviet division. You've got a bit of everything, so that's good. Tanks. Now, this used to be super good. This used to be one of the best division in the game. But the ISUs now, they cost 220 points. In 1v1, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. And they are going to die if you don't manage them properly, which, let's be honest here, most people don't. And you need a lot of support to keep these alive, so it's not very good. I would suggest you just bring the leader one. And then you got the MCHAs, which are Sherman's regular old Shermans. These are very good for infantry support. But they're not that powerful. Close range maps is good, but if you play quick play or ranked, then you don't know which map you're getting. I guess, I don't know. It's not that great anymore. And just because you can bring these cost a lot of money. Support tab is not extraordinarily, but it's regular. Anti-tank, you don't have the ZIS-2, so that's a big problem. The ZIS-3s are good in Phase A, I'd say, and they're a good support weapon as well, because they got the artillery, but they do have APCR as well at 1K, but they're not that great. The M42s are pretty good. They're my go-to anti-tank, personally. But you only got 2 cards of them, so anti-tank tab is not the greatest, but it's okay. Anti-air is great. That's basically all you need here. Artillery is okay. Then again, you got the mortars. That's pretty much all you need, I'd say. And yeah, so this is pretty good. Combien qui pèse? Hey boy, okay. Okay. All right, guys. So where would I put this division now? I would bring it in B, beta. So it's good to have around. You can familiarize yourself with it. You can start playing 1v1 by using this division if you want. You could take these if you're a complete noob or you want to perfect your games. They're good to learn. Like, it's good to learn how to use heavies, but in a 1v1 setting, they're not that useful, but it's good to learn how to play them. And then once you know how to play them, you can better fight against them when you see people use them. And these tanks are not that bad. You can spam them if you want. Yeah, so I think in beta, they do good there. Beta. Now we got the 10th Guard Tank Corps. Tank Guard Tank Corps here. Where do they stand? They have a lot of recon. Most of them are useless, so you want the BA-10 with the Razvedka and you're good. That's pretty much all you need. They got a lot of availability, so could take a Razvedka in Phase A as well if you want. The Dozors, they do have the BA-64. This is good for infantry support. You find yourself in a town map like Lenina, where it's just a big brawl in a town. Then these cards are always useful because you have 8 of these. They're armored machine gun basically, and they do well in towns. And in combination with your own infantry plus bonus, you get a recon with them. So this would be a good deck. It's a good recon tab. You got the infantry. It's your basic infantry again, so that's good. Tank. 4 tabs of T-3476 is great. It's pretty good. There's nothing to complain about here. Plus, if you want, you do have, if you're T-3045 player, well, you do have them here. So then again, that's great. And if you like German tanks, well, bonus to you, they are some German tanks here, Panthers and Tigers. So, very good tank tab. Support weapon is pretty decent as well. Not a lot of machine gun, but enough. Plus the Ognomachiki. This SU-122, I don't personally use them, but they're pretty efficient. They got 6 rounds of heat shells at the 1.5K. This is good, guys. This tank is a good tank. I don't use it, but I know it's good. So support tab is good. Anti-tank tab, it's like the other one we just saw. It's okay, but it could be better. Anti-air tab is just good enough. It's not the greatest, but that's all you need. Artillery tab is good enough as well. You basically just need mortars. As a new player or an average player, I don't think you should delve into these other mortars. These other artillery tab. Like, these are good to have if you want to destroy heavy tanks and things like that. But there's other things you could do to destroy heavy tanks that don't take as much supplies. I think you should really familiarize yourself with mortars. And I made a tutorial about the artillery and mortar use, and I really think players should use them more often. Then the air tab, you got recon. That could be good if you're planning on using these rocket planes. But rockets are not the best. But here you can see that that's the only thing you got against. Oh no, the 37. All right, the 37 is pretty fucking good. Okay, you want them in B phase. Two of them is good. They got just one card, so in B phase you should be good. And you could also bring them with recon plane because these need to see the enemy. So that's a bit of a downsize, but if you got recon plane, that's good enough. They got the PE2. They got these sucks. The Yak one kind of sucks. They do the job, though. They're like you could bring them. They got excellent agility, so if you take them 2-star, but then you only got two. Then you got the P39. I don't particularly like them. They're slow, I find, but these again are slow as well. But overall, you got a good choice here. You got fighters, you got AT tank busters, you got PE2 bombers, good air tab. So where does that leave the 10 guard tank corps? This is definitely an alpha. You want this. You want to be good with that deck. It's a good deck to learn from. You've got everything in there. The 19th tank corps. Now, where do we put this one? Recon tab is decent. You got at least Razvedka, but you don't have the B810, which is a downsize. You do have a T3045, but that's an expensive recon. These don't come in any armored vehicle, so kind of sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's mediocre. All right. Infantry tab, not that great. You cannot even bring line infantry in phase C. Can you? No, you can't. So infantry tab kind of sucks, and you don't have a lot of choice either. This is basically what you would want to bring. Sucks. It sucks, guys. Tank tab, it's okay. I mean, you don't have any medium tanks, so that kind of sucks, right? You can bring a couple of these. You do have the IS-2, but they're pretty expensive for what it is. Tank tab, mediocre. Support tab is okay. You got a bit of everything here. That's okay. Anti-tank tab sucks. You only got one card of M42 and Zistri. Then you gotta bring these 80 TD tank destroyers, which sucks to me. To me, tank destroyers sucks. I was laughed at on the Discord for saying so. That's fine. To me, they suck. Anti-air tab is okay. I mean, you got what you need, right? Artillery tab is decent. You've got a lot of choices. I wouldn't advise people to get these big artillery. Maybe maybe one card if you really want to. But these aren't great in 1v1. They can do some damage, but they aren't that great. They take a lot of resources as well. You're better off with mortars. But decent overall. You got a bit of everything. Air tab is decent. You got these fuckers. They be good for phase A as long as you got anti-air to support them. You can bait the enemy into it, and then they got good air here, and they're decent speed. You do have these two for phase A, just in case the enemy pushes hard. You can use these. You got the B-25 Mitchells, which are pretty good. They're pretty fucking cool. It's too bad they're in the 19th Tank Corps because I would use these all the time. And you got these as well. This is good for phase A, I would say. You could even remove the fighters and keep just these in phase A. Remove these. No, I mean have only these, and maybe that, and this. That's a good air tab to me. It is. But yeah, overall, this division sucks for 1v1. You don't want to use that. There's no medium. There's not a lot of infantry. I would put these. Oops. I would put these in dicks. They're dicks. You don't want them. They're annoying. Now the 29th Temp Corp. So let's see what they have. Decent, very decent recon tab. They got Razvedkas and Dozer. They miss the BA-10, but at least you can alternate with that. This is decent. I've seen this against my own self-destroyed tanks. The enemy was able to use them to destroy my tanks on the side shots and things like that. They do have penetration of 115. They're just very weak. So kind of make sure they hit target. At 2-star, they can be good. But I wouldn't recommend using them. But you can manage. Infantry tab is regular, good old infantry Soviet. Plus, they have the SVTs in phase A, unfortunately. So maybe use 3 of them at 2-star, 6 of them at 1-star, or if you want to go crazy, 0-star. But I would recommend at least 1-star here, coupled with a officer, and then you can have them at 2-star, maybe even 3-star if you got a command vehicle in the support tab. These are very good infantry. They do 1.35 damage with the rifles. They do have tank grenades as well, anti-tank. No wait, tank tab is okay. I mean, you got 1 card of medium tank, so that's okay. But the rest is regular T-3045 with IS-2s. It's okay just because they got the medium. Support tab, good infantry. I mean, good Maxim gun. They got 2 of them, so that's cool. Ognomechiki, that's capital. They got the good commander choice here. These 2, this is what I would take, one of these 2. And oh yeah, you can bring. You got a lot of choices of. You got 18 M2A1 to bring your infantry or your support weapons with. This used to be my #1 division back in season 5 of the tournament. That's before the Burning Baltic patch, and I would bring SVTs in half tracks, and I would bring my support weapon with half tracks as well. They got 15 here in the support tab, and I would also bring this tree with half tracks. And what I would do is I would do one major push somewhere, probably most likely into town, and I had lots of infantry to go with them. And I would bring my infantry in the middle of town, and on the flank of town, I would bring my support weapons, these guys with the ZIS-2 on the flanks. And then if there was any infantry on the flanks, the half tracks would take care of it while these guys shot at them. And it could destroy tanks as well. So this is a very good division to push early on. And it changed a bit after Burning Baltic. I don't use them much, but they can still be good. It's just the tank tab is not that great anymore. I find if you do an early push, you'd want to bring these guys in phase C. I mean in phase A. Anyway, so the anti-tank tab is good. It's pretty fucking good. You got 2 of M42, 2 of these, 2 of these. This is a good sign. You got the M10. People like using, people higher division than me, higher skilled players than me do like the tank destroyers. I don't. So it's a. I mean, the choice is there, right? You've got the choice. So that's a good anti-tank tab. Anti-air is decent. You've got 3 choice here. So not 3 choice, but you got 3 cards of 37. That's always good. Artillery is decent. You got enough choice. You do have an off map, so and there's 4 use to it. So 4x4 Catudo size. That's 16 off map. It's a bit overkill, I think. The off map is just these, but it's good to have. Air tab is excellent. You got the LA5 in phase B. With 1 star. In phase A, you could do with the P39. You've got A20C Boston with good payload, 1K bombs on these. In phase B, you've got 4, so that's pretty decent. And these are 3 500 kilograms, and that's excellent. In phase C, you got 4. So, you could even just take these planes in phase C, 2 star, and then these guys in phase B with 6. Overall, that's a good air tab, okay? So 29 Temp Corp alphas. They're pretty good. People don't use them much, but they're pretty fucking good. If you want to get the hang of the game, this is a good division you could take. 3rd Guard Mechanized Corps. Well, what do they have? Good recon tab. Look at that. They have snipers, so that's a major plus. They do have dozers with BA-64. They got the carrier Azvedka. These have anti-tank and machine gun, so in the forest, that's good. They got Razvedkas, they got 76s. This is a very good recon tab, and you got lots of choices. Infantry tab is more than decent. You've got 6 Gavardia, Partisans for your Phase A, and at 15 points too. Partisan DP. A machine gun with SVT 40, they got 15 points. And Partisans are not light-hearted, they're not disheartened, these are raiders. So you can bring them behind the enemy line if you can, because their transport are slow as fuck, but you sneak them behind, and then you can cause some chaos with them, especially coupled with a leader. Is let's say you take them 1 star with a partisan leader here. Um, it makes for a cool gameplay. They do have only 6 strength though, so that's not a lot, but still there's a lot of availability. And you got the 20 partisan here because their strength are 12. You can bring these along with your raid party because these are raiders as well. So, Tenko Descentniki, Avtomachiki, Gavardia DP, Saperies for your forest fight. This is a very good infantry tab. +1 for that. Valentine 9. That's a good tank to have. They're very, very slow, but 8 of them 2-star and B. 4 of them here. That's pretty good. These can destroy tigers and things like that. They're good penetration. They don't have lots of armor, but they're decent. And then you can bring your MCHAs, Sherman, run-of-the-mill Shermans to help support your push. They do have okay machine gun. The MG42 here is good. And Agnamachiki anti-tank tab is great. You got lots of choices. Anti-air tab is good. That's all you need. Artillery tab is okay. You got your mortar, so that's what counts. And you got an off map as well if you want to. 3 counts for 2, so that's 6. Air tab is pretty fucking decent. You do have 2 fighter, including the P-39. That's not the greatest in my opinion, but they're there. You got fighter bombers, you got napalm, you got IL-4. Overall, you got a good choice here. This can help you out. So the 3rd Guard Mech Corps, I would place them in. I mean, it's not a. I would place them here in beta. So just because you need to be quite experienced to be able to destroy heavy tanks with these guys on. Because the MCHAs and even medium tanks, MCHAs are going to be good at long range. But then again, you're in quick play if you get into a map where it takes a lot to play this division. You need to coordinate your smoke with your tanks, and yeah, so I would put them in beta for the average player. Then you got the 7th Mechanized Corps. Recon tab is decent. It's alright. You got these for town fight. You got the Razvedka, Bazooka for forest and towns. You got the 76s. It's alright. Infantry tab is fine. You got lots of light infantry. You got everything you would need. Tank tab. Well, you got the Matilda that we never ever see, but it's an alright tank. I mean, it's pretty fucking slow. 26 kilometers. That's why you never see it, I bet. 75 millimeter penetration. They'd be good against light vehicles. But here at 45 points, you got a nice tank destroyer. 105 penetration, 1.5k range. They got 5 of them in phase A, 10 of them in phase B. 45 point. That's pretty fucking good. You got lots of 76s. You got lots of 42 and 43 variants. Very good tank tab. Wow, lots of machine gun. I like that. With Ognomechiki, you even got Dushkas. You got the support here. Great support tab. Anti-tank. Meh. There's no Zist 2, but there's that. Costs a lot though. Could die easily too in the end against good players. It's a okay tank tab. Anti-air is great. You got these 3 cards of 37 millimeter, and you got the ZSU. This can be good in packs of 2 or 4. You need the airplane to go on top of them with the machine guns. Then you can start killing stuff. But their 37 millimeter main gun that's pretty good. You just got a lot of micro to keep them alive and efficient. You want them 2 stars if possible with veterancy. It's an alright air tab. Artillery is great. You got lots of choice. You got some good, decent off map as well. Um, Great. Air tab is okay. I mean, there's not a lot of fighter here. The P40s, I don't like them personally. They're slow, but they do have good armament. So head on, they should be good. You do have the PE2, so that's pretty good. And overall, it's an good division. I would put this in alpha. You can safely take this division and start being competitive in the 1v1 scene because they got lots of medium tanks. I mean, you've got everything here to be successful in this tank tab. With the infantry here, you can take a lot. And you know, there's a lot of good things to be said here in this division. You got so much choices, you know. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be in alpha. Then you got the 43 reserve, reserve 43 army. I don't know. There's a mediocre recon tab. You can not even bring them in phase B. These, well, they do have destruct. It's an open top, unfortunately. I dislike everything open top because they can get destroyed easily by grenades. So they're not a good option for towns, but and they do cost a lot if we were to take it. So mediocre recon. Infantry, they got the Chernos, but these Chernos sucks. They got 10 strength, 9 Mazen Nagant, 1 PPSH. There's a lot of availability. You would want to use them, but not in mass. Like you want to use them to recon area, to probe the enemy, see what he's got, but that's about it. They don't have a lot of infantry at all. They got no line infantry when you think about that. So you want to use the Chernos, unfortunately, well, at least in phase A. And then you do have a lot of Saparies, so this is gonna be your line infantry here, unfortunately. What's good about the Saparies is you don't need them vetted. They're always better vetted, okay? You could, but this is your line infantry now, so I don't think. I mean, you could do that. That's decent. That's very decent. That's pretty good. I would personally go for numbers, but if you want to make sure these survive, you put them 2 star. But these are used mostly for the TNT usually. So in Forest, I use them for the TNT. I don't double vet them. Graham, a very good player, made a comment about that in one of his game. Um, his Saparies were all double vetted. Uh, Use them in combination with officers. You got officers here. Take officers, take Sapiri 1 star, and then with the officer they'll be 2 star. If you bring a commander, they'll be 3 star. You know, and that keeps you availability good enough to fight. They also got these guys. I would put them in phase A to support the Cherno. So this will be your mainline infantry in phase A, and these will be your probing infantry. These will be your CQC. Overall, it's not that bad, but yeah, it's an alright infantry tab. It's not the best because of choices. You don't have much choices, but it's an alright one. Tank tab is okay. You got 8 of them in phase A or 16 in phase B. They do have the T-34-85, which I dislike. But, I mean, against a Panzer division, these would be good at a distance. They don't have much availability, just 1 card, you know. So, yeah. Support tab is decent. It's okay. You can deal with that. Anti-tank sucks. Anti-air sucks. Balls. I mean, wash. What is that? Just these. As some people do with that, these 85 millimeters are not that great against tank. Like, we're not talking about the famous 88 here. Um, that's all you got. They take a lot of supplies. They take a lot of supplies. And I don't know. it's not gonna stop the enemy from strafing you to death. Like all you need is a couple of mortars to pin them down. Bring your fighters, and they're dead. You can even destroy them with mortars outright. Eh. Artillery tab sucks. Air tab is more than decent. You got the Yak 9B clusters. These are very good. If the enemy pushes hard, you can use them. Or if the enemy doesn't have any air defense, you can use these. You got fighters as well. You got PE trees. You got IL-4. It's a good air tab. But overall, it's not the greatest. I could see these do a lot of damage, these Sapiri, but let's just hope you're not in a like you gotta hope to play this division on a map like Cell, like where there's a lot of forests. So we're gonna put the reserve 43 at at beta. You can certainly no, you know what? We'll put them at cunts because you know what? Cunts and you know what? Cunts, fucking cunts all over the place in these tabs and cunt tab, 3 cunt tab. That's a cunt division. All right, there you go. I've said it. T. And Group Tyurina. This is a good division. Recon tab is decent. You can bring these for town. You have 4 tabs of snipers, so that's pretty good. And you got BA10, T3476. That's pretty good. If you lack infantry, you can bring these. Uh, but you're not gonna lack infantry. You got 5 Skalki, Tenko, Tomachiki, SVT, DP, Stromviki, rocks. Like these are the have the body armor. They're pretty good. You got leaders. It's good infantry tab. Tank tab is decent. You bring these in phase A to counter any light vehicle or half track rush. These are good. You got lots of fucking T-34-76 is this pretty fucking decent. Like I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's a good tank tab. And then you got 2 flamers. You don't need to, but you could. And you could take them like 1 star as well. And like this, if you meet other flamers, 0 star, you're almost bound to win the engagement. You got lots of machine guns. You got the support weapon. Like, what a great support tank tab. Great fucking anti-tank tab as well. 2, 4, 3. Like, can you ask for anything better? Anti-air, E. Only 1. You can manage with 1. I have played and win with division with 0 anti-air tab. At least you got 1 here. You might want to take it unvetted, and then vet it with your leaders, right? So yeah, it is a cunt air tab, but it's manageable. Artillery is good. There's your leaders for your air tab or for your town fight. You got off map, you got lots of mortars, and you do have the M30, which are notoriously good to destroy tanks of all sorts. 160 millimeter penetration in heat shell, like fucking yes, please, and have them 2 star vetted with a command chain with this and these guys, and these are gonna do some fucking damage, guys. 50% accuracy with the each shell and a 1.5k range. Like, we're not kidding here. This is a very good anti-tank fucking gun. But even that, you don't even need them because you got so much anti-tank here. But these are good. They can act as artillery and they can defend themselves against tank. That's a plus. You want them, and there's 2 cards of them. Like, that's pretty good. Air tab. These are memes. You can use them in phase A if you want. Like you can rush the enemy like that in phase A. You bring the IL-2 as the game starts with some of these, and you bomb your enemy and you strike their tanks, and then they're like, "What the fuck?" They maybe they got 1 plane, but that 1 plane is not gonna be able to kill all of that. And you could even go as much as bring these 2. So 2 like that because they're cheap, 1 like that, 2 like that, 3 like that in phase A. and your enemy will hate you. Anyway, they got the PE3, so these are good as well. Good air tab, I'd say. So overall, the Tyurina will be in alpha. Alpha. You will. Now, this is definitely noob friendly. This is everything you would want in a deck. I would even go as far. Should I put it as super strong? Like, imagine this in the hands of a noob. You, well, you don't have much to destroy heavy tanks, but you could use the PE3 for heavy tanks. They got 4 rockets, each of 132 millimeter. You got lots of anti-tank you could kill. No, I'm gonna put them in alpha, but in the hands of good players, this is definitely super strong. But alpha will be good. If you find yourself in the tournament, Tyurina is always a good choice, a good counter for everything. And then we got Bezugoglo. Recon tab, decent. I'm gonna start going a bit faster here because we've seen them all. Decent recon tab. These are well, they're mediocre, but they do the job. They do the job. You can bring them with the Anomag as well. It's pretty cool to use as a Soviet deck. They're good looking. Infantry tab is decent. You got Shavniki, SVT, DP. You don't have lots of line infantry, but you can manage something here. You know, like this with an officer. Then in phase B, you know, this is pretty decent. You'd want them probably 1 star though, but yeah, this is decent. All right, tank tab is decent. You got tigers, so that will help some noobs. Um, New player likes to play with the German because they're less micro, so that's always good. And you got good medium tank. Support tab is decent. Anti-tank is decent. You'd want them in phase A, I'd say. Uh, well, this is useless. I don't bring that to the field. I mean, unless you really know how to play them, don't. You could use these guys in phase A as well, and then you just bring the tigers with these guys in phase A, and you're golden. You can even go as far as this here to help out in phase B. Anti-air is more than decent. Artillery is fine. It's not the best, but it's fine. Air tab is great. Look at that. Not a lot of fighters though. Not a lot of fighters, and coupled with oh no, the air tab is fine. The anti-air. Okay, so yeah, you do have AC-20 Boston. Not a great payload, but still, you do have a lot of IL-2s. These are the tank of the skies with clusters. This is pretty good. These guys maybe in phase C to help any. Wow, they got 10 132 millimeter rockets. Yeah, maybe in phase C if the game drags on, it's a good thing to have. And maybe these. There you go. So that's a pretty good anti-tank hair tab there. You don't want to bring these. You really don't. Don't bring that. And these can be good as well in phase A. So that's pretty good phase A thing. You want to use a lot of anti-air with that to help them survive. But yeah, overall this is a pretty good deck. So I'll put Bezugoglo in beta. Uh, yeah, they're not the strongest, but they're definitely good to have around. All right, then we got Vyborg, whatever. Recon tab, decent. Yeah, this is a decent recon tab. Infantry tab, it's okay. There's not a lot of availability. There's not even a C phase card. Oh wow, this is turning into a cunt card. Hmm. Yeah, there's nothing that goes into C phase. Oh, that cunt. Tank is decent. Lots of IS2s, you don't need that, but you can manage with these tanks. It's gonna be a bit hard for an average player. Support tab is fine. It's not the best. Anti-tank, it's okay. Anti-air, fine. Artillery, it's fine. Air tab, it's fine. You know why? I'm not gonna explain every time. You watch the video till then, you know my reasoning here. Hurricanes are not that great. I wouldn't bring them. Plus, these guys got winter camouflage. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, yeah, these are okay. I would consider Vyborg as cunt. Like, you can manage, but why not take something else if you can? Where are we? Fedyunkina, recon tab, okay. It's okay. You got snipers, so that's good. Infantry tab is fine. It's a regular tab. You know, you got Strelki, Chernos, Strelki DT if you want to rush in phase A. Not rush, but if you want to bring these into CQC, that's always good. Tank tab, I don't know. You got the MCHA, so that's good. But you know, you only got one card. You want them in at least phase A, then phase B, then phase C, like that. You know, support tab is okay. It's regular. Anti-tank tab is great. That's a great anti-tank tab. Anti-air is fine. Artillery, it's fine. I like these mortars. I've used this division before. These mortars are pretty fucking good. They're powerful. You know, bring them with this, and then you can run around with them. Air tab is more than decent. It's a good air tab. But infantry, yeah, no, that's a good infantry tab as well. Fedyunkina, tank tab sucks. Overall, I would put Fedyunkina in cunt. Tank, you're not gonna manage a lot with that. You do have a lot of anti-tank, but for the regular player, you'd want to use tanks, and like these T-34 are fucking expensive too. Like this will hit half, if not more, of your income by phase B. I mean, usually you got 135 income, or maybe income here. 135, 125, 170 if you're Maverick, which is, you know, it's half of your income in most cases. It's a lot, and they'll die. They will die. And if you're stuck with a small map where you can't use these at long range, eh. So yeah, Fedyunkina, cunts. Group Bakhtina, Morskaya Grupa Bakhtina. Good recon tab for sure. You got snipers with machine guns. Maybe you don't want to use machine gun with snipers, but these are good. Oh, we're getting pushed over. The enemy is forcing its way onto us. We need everything we get. Then use these that are already on the field, maybe on return fire, or maybe it's just a sniper. But yeah, use these guys. They'll use the snipers before they use the machine gun anyway. So I guess no, yeah, that's a good thing. Plus, if the enemy come close to you, you got the 4 PPSS. That's very good actually. You got Razvedkas, you got BA-10 snipers, you got the infantry, line infantry, recon, I like to call them. This, you want to rush the enemy, and these cars, they go at 100 kilometers an hour. They're one of the fastest cars in the game, so that's pretty good. Uh, you got regular infantry with these guys. These infantry has smoke. That's pretty good. Micro heavy, but good. They got good overall infantry. They're a good deck. Definitely a good deck. Tank, you only got one card, so that's pretty cuntish. But anyway, support tab is great. Maxims, you know, Maxims, Studebaker. Anti-tank tab is great. You got 3 cards of this too, so like that's pretty much all you need really. You and ooh, M42 in C phase. That's a cunt move. Even this history, that's a cunt move, guys. And these anti-tank are slow. These vehicles, these cars are pretty slow. Like, look at that, 60 kilometers an hour. You're not winning any races here. All right, anti-air is, wow. Not, that's a cunt move, guys. Artillery, okay. Whew. Artillery is decent. You got the riverboat, rockets, artillery. Some people swears by this. In 10v10 it's good. In 1v1 it's okay. I mean, this can destroy pretty much anything depending on what you use it for. It's a good artillery map. Air is more than decent. You don't have a lot of fighters, unfortunately. Um, but it's decent anti-tank air. So overall, Bakhtina, I mean, it's a good deck. You could definitely manage with that. So I'm going to put Morskaya in betas. You maybe not want to pick this as your first pick, especially not in random and quick play. Especially not in quick play and rank, but it's a good division to have. You could do something with that. Definitely. 126 Gornos. The Gornos are pretty good. They're a good rushing division. Um, Good recon tab. They got 3 cards of snipers with PPSH. You got these guys. You got line infantry recon. I've seen myself use this thing in forest, but it's more of a meme. Like, probably don't take that. But anyway, infantry. They got the fast vehicles, so you can get there before the enemy most of the time. They got good infantry choices. 13 strength for regular. They're not even disheartened. And they got the PTRDs pretty fucking good. 6 availability in rank 1, in the vet 1. So, yeah, that's great. Infantry just overboard here is great. So, that's a pretty good division, I gotta admit. I played them. People were saying they were great. I played them. I won. I like them. Tank tab is decent. These are the fastest tank in the game with 86 kilometers an hour. You can definitely rush your opponent with decent tank that will kill other tanks. Especially if you rush, if you zoom by, you take side shot, things like that. Then come in as reinforcement. You got M3s at 2-star with 10 availability, costing 40 points. It's fucking good, guys. Take it. That's good. And then in phase C, you got, KV5. KV85 will destroy a lot of things. Got a lot of defense. This is a good tank. Good support tab. I need to drink some water. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, this video is starting to get long. Okay, so you got a lot of good infantry support. Machine gun, tree, Dushka, OB25. I don't use them anymore, but they're always good to take. Look, these guys got the E shells. These are pretty decent, especially in phase A, or if you want to bring a lot of support in phase B. Anyway, anti-tank kind of sucks, but at least you got 2 cards of this too, and availability with these in phase A. That's always good. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but these are extremely powerful. Take 2 in phase A. That's all you need to protect your advance. These kills, okay. Artillery, very good artillery. These got radio, so they got smoke, HE. They even got heat shells. They could kill tanks. And you got what? 3 cards of them. This is pretty fucking good, guys. You got 107mm mortars. These are good as well. There you go. And you got 203mm off map. So that's a very good artillery tab. Air tab. Not a lot of good fighters, but at least you got some, I guess. Oh, there you go. 3 tabs of these guys. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah. P40s. These are good. They got great loadout as well. So, yeah, definitely take the P40s if you play this division. Overall, I would say the Gornos are in the Alpha stage. It's a good pick. You want them. If you're a new player, an average player, take this division, and eventually, by tweaking out your deck and building your deck correctly, you should be able to fight anything. You know, good, decent tank tab here. This can destroy pretty much everything if you use it correctly in ambush, and this can and will destroy everything. Uh, these artillery can destroy tanks as well. These fighter bombers can destroy tanks as well. Yeah, you want to take that. You want to get used with that. So this is going to be in alpha. Then we got 3 Ya VDV. Good recon. They got snipers. They got T-70 Razvedka with the APCR shell. This is a must take. I always take T-70s whenever they're available in a deck. They're very, very good. Close range support. They're pretty fucking good. 8 snipers in phase B. Sometime I will use this. It's a meme, but you can rush the enemy with it. 85 kilometers an hour, and once they see troops, they'll start shooting. So that will stop the enemy's advance. But they're a meme. Yeah, take them only if you want to meme around. Infantry tab is more than decent. You got one card of Gavardia to hold your line, but then you got all of these, and these are good, good infantry to have. This is a rush division. You use it in Maverick the best. I personally use them in balance because, you know, if you watch my videos, you know I just play balance. But they're pretty fucking good division. You got these flamers. They're like basically they're like good CQC flamers that can defend themselves. You got uh, dedicated flamers here, so you can use these flamers in phase C. You got Shomoviki as well. This is good in. This can even support, like, you could remove these Shomoviki and use these because they got a machine gun, they got TNT, and these don't have machine guns, so they're pretty weak if they're caught in the open. But you bring them around along with the Desantnikis here. They got 3 machine guns. This is a good infantry tab. Tank, it's pretty decent. You got 8 of them to support your push. You bring the Valentine as well to slowly make their way through the game. So by phase B, you'll have a few of these on the map. And then you got this. You could even go as bold. If you're playing on balance, you can even go as bold as take these in phase B and take these in phase C. And that's 22 tank for you to help push with the last, you know, like that's a lot of infantry in phase C. Support tab is decent. 2 flamers, 5 machine gun. You got a lot of these to help out. These are heat shell. They can take care of tanks. You got, you know, that's a good support tab. Anti-tank tab is excellent. You want to bring this, absolutely, my friends. You can even deal with just that. Just this is good enough. And maybe, you know, this in phase A to help out. You got these guys. I love to use them in the forest and where they could meet half tracks and light tanks. People don't usually bring heavy tanks in forest, so these, along with your squad here, oh, they'll do some damage, guys. They will do some damage. These are very good. They got smoke, they got eat round, and they got 3 PTRD. Anyway, anti-air tab is good. You got 3 of these. Artillery tab is good. You got mortars, you got M30s, you got smoke off map. This is the only division that has them. This off map has 192 rounds of smoke. Sometimes you can use it 4 or 5 times, I believe, maybe even 6 if I'm not mistaken. But you want I either take them in phase B or C. Phase C is a bit bold. Phase B is fine. Phase A is better, but then you just got 1 truck. 2 trucks of these can put a lot of smoke, and you use them to push. Very decent artillery tab. Air tab is great as well. Look at that. You got the 37. You got recons to go with these. You got these that are okay. You got the napalm. You got fighters. I'm going to put 3 Ya VDV in super strong. Yeah, that's right. I said it. 3 Ya VDV is super strong. You need well, this is for noobs, right? But it's also my own opinion, and it's gonna be hard to play with this division for most people, I think. But it's such a good division. It's really hard to play against it. So yeah, I am putting it in super strong. I would recommend anyone to pick that division up, to make a deck, a good deck, and to play them a few times and get used to them because they're good. It will also teach you how to kill tank division without really having tanks of your own. Like in phase A and B, at least you'll struggle a bit. Anyway, so Tria VDV super strong. Then we have the 9 guard. Uh, good good recon. Infantry is awesome. They got the Kazaki. These are what the not the Hungarian. Fuck me. Anyway, um, good infantry. Good tank tab. You got medium T-34. You got MCHAs. You got Valentine 9 to help you out. Just one card though. It's a decent choice. Support is great. Anti-tank, okay, it's alright. This is great. Artillery tab is great. Lots of choice, lots of options. Air tab is great as well. I would put the 9 guard alpha. You can definitely manage with that easily. Look at the infantry is great. Well, no, you know what? I'll put them in beta just because the tank tab is not the greatest. Along with these tanks, you'll probably find it hard against heavy tank divisions. So yeah, beta is a good choice. It's a good choice. All right, 26 guard. Poor availability of recon, so that cunts. This is cunts. Chernos. Okay. Gavardia, you got 3 cards. All right, that's decent. You got decent CQC infantry. Tank is great. Tank tab is good. You can manage with that. It's gonna be a bit hard, but you do have the IS-1, right? Tank tab is okay. Support tab is okay. Anti-tank tab is okay. Anti-air is cunts. I mean, just that? Come on. Artillery is fine. Decent. You got riverboat as well, I think. No, it's not riverboat, but it's fine. Air tab is great. I would put the 26 guard in beta. The air kind of sucks, right? And you don't have. I will put them in cunts. Otherwise, they're fine, but anti-air kind of sucks. That's gonna fuck you over. And the only fighters you got are Yak nines. They're okay, but they're really fragile. Yeah, you'll struggle with that. That's for sure. No, yeah, 44 guard here. Recon is okay. Infantry is okay. Basic stuff. Tank is it's it's I don't like it. It's okay, but I don't like it. It's okay. SG-43 only machine guns. Yeah, okay. Anti-tank is it's okay. Anti-air is okay. Artillery is okay. Air, it's fine. You got good choice here. I would put the 44th in beta. It's a good choice to bring. All right. All right, guys. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for a second. I mean, I can't pause the video for you guys, so just I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. And I'll just switch the screen a couple of times just to, if someone was, if you're fast forwarding, it's going to be easy for you to see that we're back live. Okay. So we are at the 44th. No, we've did the 44th already. 84th Guard. Pretty much the same. Good snipers though. Eh. Good choice of infantry. Tank E. That's a cunt move. That's a cunt move. You don't do much with that in 1v1. This is decent. Anti-tank. It's okay. Anti-air is fine. Artillery is fine. And air is good as well. I like this air choice. Not a lot of fighters though, but anyway. Overall, I put the 84th as cunts. 84th. We're going for the 97th now. Okay, choice here. Infantry, it's fine. Good choices. Tank, fine. You only got one card of medium, which kind of sucks. But I mean, the 85 are medium tanks as well, but they're so expensive. Yeah, not that great. Not that great. Support is fine. Anti-tank is good. So, it's fucking good. This is good anti-tank tab. Anti-air is fine. Artillery, it's fine. Lots of off-map if you want to cheese your way through victory. Air, bad. I don't like it. There's good support air, but not a lot of good actual fighters. I would put the 97th as cunts. All right, the 184th Strelkovy. These are the rifle divisions. Good, very good recon tab. Good infantry tab. Cunts. Support tab is good. Good. Artillery is great. Air is great. But you know what? This is such a cunt move that we'll have no choice than to put the 184 in cunts. You can manage with them. I mean, they got good stuff. You can definitely manage with them. You'll need to be good here on... If you want to take advantage, you'll need to be good. They do... Oof. Well, the thing is, because the M42 are such good anti-tank that I personally enjoy them. And you do have this to help you out. These are fucking expensive, though. Should they be cunt or lower? No. They're good. They're overall they're good, but it's just the tank's missing a bit. But you can manage without them, so they'll stay in cunts. Where are we now? The 358 rifle. Good recon. Chernos, they're okay. I manage with them. I mean, they kind of suck. One card should be enough, but you do have a lot of good infantry choices, so that's all right. These are decent in close range. Tank is... It's a bit cunty. Not that much, because you do have 8 of these. Very good support weapon for phase A. Then you got these arriving slowly to help support these that are managed to still be alive. And then in phase B, you can rush in with 12. It's a very good Vanguard division, I'd say. Good support. Anti-tank is... It's good. It's good. Anti-air... Cunt. Artillery... It's good. Air is good. Okay, so here's my thing. If it was just me, I'd put the 358 in B. But it's not just me, so we're gonna move them to cunt, because most people will think they're cunt. and most people would probably want me to put them in dicks, but especially with the air tab. But the thing is, I find a lot of success with 358. You can definitely spam your way to victory here. The 358s, to me, I mean, for like to me they'd be beta, but most people would put them in dicks, so we'll put them in cunts. This is what happens with the 358. The 7th Estonian recon is good. T7Es APCR. You got line infantry here if you want recon line infantry. It's always good to have. You got lots of snipers. That's good. They do come with the BA-20 as well. Infantry is great. You got 2 cards of Lascarid here. You got Mustad. Now here's the thing about the Mustad. The Chernos kind of suck. The Mustads is the best infantry in the game. Yeah, that's right. I've said it. Okay, they cost $20. There's 27 availability here, 18. So they're the same as the Mustad in terms of, I mean, of the Chernos in terms of availability. Okay, they're not the best infantry in the game, but in a 1v1 context, they're far from the best. In a spam contest, I mean, and you'll see in my next video, I actually defeat the 3rd Fallschrim Jagers with these. And these were able to defeat for 3rd Fallschrim Jager 3-star, 2-star infantry. Because there's a lot of them. And there's 15 strength. They got 4 MP40s. So in the forest and CQC, they're very good. They do 1.6 damage. They got 11 Mosin Nagant. That's 1.1. So total, they do 2.7 damage. And you got 18 of them. Or 27. Or you know what? You got 100 size. You got 36 of these. And you got 27 here. I mean, fuck, man. I like the Mustad. They're very, very, very good. The enemy do not know what to do with these. And I've destroyed some of the biggest OP division in the game with that, with the 7th Estonian. We're talking 21st Panzer. We're talking 3rd Fallschrim Jager. And I got them on videos too, so you can go back to my channel and look at them. Recently, I posted them, and I'm gonna post the 3rd Fallschrim Jager one right after this video. So the Mustad, this is a lot of people in the Discord will say that they suck. They think it's the same as the Chernos, and even Graham calls them Chernos on his stream. And I can't stress this enough. These are not Chernos, okay? They look the same, they dress the same, but they're not. They're very good. You use them in CQC forest. You even use them in the open. They can take flags that are hard to take in the open. The enemy will waste their HE on these guys, and these guys will just not fucking die. They'll lose 3 men, they'll retreat. Then they'll come back, they'll lose 3 men, they'll retreat. I've had some of these surviving the whole game, and I kept putting them in danger with plenty of other people. You want to use the Mustad. Okay, as a new player, 2 cards of them in phase 8 is all you need. Well, maybe not as a new player. As an experienced player like myself, it's all you need. You try them. Just try them. You'll see. And they do have a decent tab as well for after. So let's say you go along with these Mustad. You take the Kulipildurid in phase B and C. You take the SVTs in phase B and C. You take Pioneers in phase B here. You could take 2 officers now if you want. That would be enough to get you through the phases. But what I would prefer is this. And so this infantry tab for me is the best. You got tons of Mustad in phase A that are gonna just push, and drain the enemy. And then phase B comes, and not only you have Mustad again, if you want to keep pushing or keep putting troops in the open, sending them to their deaths and wasting the enemy's ammo, basically. But not only do they waste ammo, but they actually kill the Mustad in my kill list, when you watch my videos where I use the 7th, and trust me, I got tons of video where I use the 7th Estonian, you want to look at the kill count afterwards, and you can see the Mustad killed like 3 Pioneers, 2 Gvardia, they killed 5 Panzergrenadier, like they're fucking good, man. Alright, so you got one B-face card of these, and then you got 1-star infantry, regular infantry, which is good to take in old flags. You got the Pioneer used for the TNT in the forest. That's pretty good. You got these 2-star Aftos, 10 men strong with anti-tank grenade. 2-star, that's pretty good. Then you got 2-star line infantry as well with the SVT. I mean, you don't even need officers. That's all the infantry you need. Anyway, tanks. You could use a T-26. These can destroy. T-26 can be very good with a good micro. You can use these Churchills. You do have the T-34-76 in Phase C. You got KV-1 in Phase B. You could use them in Phase C, the T-26. So you got Churchill and T-26. These are slow to arrive, but they will arrive eventually. By the time you know it, it's going to be Phase C, and you'll have 22 T-34-76. So it's a okay tank tab. Support, well, you do have the Smirch. The Smirch unit will do so that your Mustad do not retreat. But personally, I don't want that. I want my Mustad to retreat and come back. Retreat, come back, retreat, come back. This is what I want them for. Because these are going to annoy the enemy beyond imaginary. But you can use the Smirch units as a regular fighting units. Okay, they got 4 PPSH, 4 Mosin, 1 machine gun. They are very good into the forest. And yeah, like I said, a lot of good players have told me that these sucks, the Mustad, but they don't use them themselves. They do use them, but they use them wrong. They use them like they would use the Chernos, and that's all wrong. And I'm really pushing for the 7th Estonian to become world famous. And I've had players, good players like P. Yuri Tanner, come to me in private and tell me, hey man, I've used the 7th Estonian against very good players and I've won. Like, you're right, they're good. So the 7th Estonian are good. That's the final line. So yeah, you could use a Smirch if you want. You got a decent choice all around here. Anti-tank tab is, they don't have the ZIS-2, but I've personally never really needed like, that's what I use mostly. This is what I'm going to use. These are the F-22. Do not confuse them with the ZIS-3. They're not. They're the F-22 artillery, but they're used as AP. They got 45 AP shells. Bonus, they have 15 HE shells as well. But these are very powerful. They can destroy a lot of things. 105 millimeter penetration, 1.5k range. These are good. You want to use them. Anti-air is good. You got 3 tabs of these. Artillery is good. All you need really is some mortars and M30s. Maybe you got Andriusha. You probably want a tab of this. And off map, if you do, please. Air tab is good. Okay, you got fighter bombers. You got rocket AT if ever you want to use them. You got good fighters. And most importantly, you have the nuclear. So you got the Lher 2. Those use 3 1K bomb. These are very good planes, and it's not rare. I've had Lher 2 actually kill planes. Okay, their turret is good. It's a 20 millimeter turret here and a 12.7. They're very good turrets, guys. They kill. I've had 2 games where these have killed Focke-Wulf 190. Okay, we're not kidding here. We're not kidding. And they do have a front machine gun as well. So these are very good planes. So, in light of all this, I'm going to be extremely controversial here. And I'm going to take the 7th Estonian and I'm going to put them in super strong. Yeah, most players would probably put them in cunts or dicks. Okay? I put them in super strongs. And I know like for the average player, they'll probably be more around cunts or dicks. But I'm overpowering the whole point of the tier list system here, and I'm just going with what I know to be good, and this is just my personal opinion. But the 7th Estonian are super strong, and you would do good to use them. Learn to play them. So there you go. Now, third armor spearhead, we're not even going to look into them. These are overpowered. Alpha. I could put them in super strong. No, they're super strong. If you're a new player, average player, these are going to be super strong to fight against. It's going to be very hard for you to do so. I'm not going to overwhelm anything. To me, they would be put in alpha. I don't like playing against them. But most often nowadays, when you see them, they're mostly played by noobs, newer players, by the average players. And by now, I know how to counter the spearhead, but they're pretty hard. So I'm gonna put them in super strong. Second infantry, Indianhead, they're okay. They're okay tank tabs. Anti-tank is decent. They got the LCAT. I'm gonna put these Indianhead in alpha. If you're no, I'm gonna put the Indianhead in super strong. There you go. Yeah, because they look at that. They got good air tab, they have good anti-tank tab all across the map, good recon. They got these rush thing that people use. They're pretty easy to defeat once you know how to. Infantry is pretty fucking good too. They all come with these half tracks. Tank tab is okay, but you know you got good things to support them. You got crocodile. You got 105, 2K range, HE and heat. Anti-tank tab, we've gone through that. Air tabs is very good. Artillery is fucking decent. Like you got everything you would want, and the air tab is extremely good as well. So yeah, these are gonna go into super strong. Second Blinde, it's good if you know how to use them. Most people don't. It's a good Vanguard division. Overall, you can do a lot of damage with these guys. Good air tab, good artillery. These are gonna be in. You know, I don't want to put because I'm when I think about that, there's a lot that could go into super strong. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna do this here. Definitely want to keep this one here, or should it be here instead? Second, let's go look at it again. Good but expensive infantry. Okay, tank tab. Support is great. Anti-tank is great. Anti-air is great. Artillery is great. Air is great. Recon is great. It's just the tank tab. Oops. So yeah, just because of the tank tab, but otherwise these are very good. No, I'm gonna put this here. And you know, whatever. It doesn't matter if we end up with a lot of super strong division. They are super strong. What can I say? All right. First DFL. There's no doubt about it. This goes right here. Super strong. Like very good recon tab. The best infantry you can get at fucking good vet for the price. They've been nerfed a bit, but they're pretty fucking good. Where's the I'm looking for one in particular. The shock. Yeah, these look at that. The availability. They used to be at 15. Anyway, Good tank across the map. I don't like open top tank, but they're cheap. They're good. You know, they can do decent damage. Support tab is more than good. Anti-tank tab is pretty fucking good too. Anti-air is okay. Pretty expensive though. Artillery is fine. And air tab is fucking great. So these are super strong. Oops. Let me just go delete that right away. Sixth Airborne, we're gonna go ahead and poop, go there. Like, look, great infantry, great tanks, great support, great anti-tank. You know, like we all know, Sixth Airborne is OP. 15 infantry, I will put them in. I would put them in super strong, but they're alpha. You want them. This is a good choice all around. Good infantry here. Good infantry tab with fucking leaders. So that's 2-star infantry all across the map with a support that's 3-star. Field engineers, assault pioneers. That's a good air tab, tank tab. Infantry tab. Tank, they're decent, very decent choice. Support, decent, is pretty good. Anti-tank is good. Anti-air is great. Artillery is great. Air is the kings. Overall, yeah, this is a very good division. You want to use them, you want to learn them, and use them. 3rd Canadian Infantry. Let's look at what they have. Okay, recon. Great infantry choices. Well, great. They're good. They're good. They got CQC and good rifle availability. Not too expensive. It's good. Tank tab is fine. It's just fine. It's not the best, but you'll do good with them. Good support weapons. Anti-tank tab is great. Anti-air is great because they got 2 cards of buffers. Artillery is great. Everything is radio. Air, it could be a bit better, but Spitfires are pretty good. So we're gonna put the 3rd Canadian in beta. Yeah, you want to bring them, but there's better division. Like the 15 infantry is better than them just for the tank tab alone. Second New Z, they got good scouts availability. They got very good infantry, expensive but good. Tank, okay. I mean, they're Shermans. Support, well, you got good choices here. Sherman, HE, 2K, Vickers. Anti-tank is great. Anti-air is great. Artillery is great. Air is great. It's good. It's good air, good support, good planes. So we'll put the second Newsy as alpha. Good players can definitely bring this division to super strong. Regular players, alpha. You can definitely manage with this division. Maybe you'll struggle a bit with the tank war, but you got good. You can make good use of these here, and especially the support tab in airplanes. First Pancerna, good recon, good starting recon, good infantry all across. There's definitely a lot you can do with these. There's not a lot of availability though, like the others. Whoa. Oh yeah, first Pancerna. Oh, I didn't know these were pollen. Anyway, good tanks all across the map. Good fast tanks. These guys go 64. They used to go faster. They've been reduced recently. Yeah, 52. Okay, but anyway, support kind of sucks, but there's that. Tank tab, anti-tank is good. Anti-air is fine, is excellent actually. This is good. Air tab is good as well. You got Mustang. Oh, beautiful piece. You got Spitfires. So yeah, this is a good division. It's not geared for balance. You want to use them in Maverick most likely. So Pancerna, I'm gonna be beta. Not everyone will know how to use them, but if you know how to use them, they automatically goes to alpha. But so I'm gonna put them in beta here. First Piechoty, Tadusa Kosciuszki. Uh, excellent recon, excellent infantry all across the map. You've got good choices here. Tanks, it's fine. You got 3 cards of 74 of 76s. That's good. Support is good. Anti-tank, you could do better, but the M42s are there. Anti-air is good. Artillery, decent. Air tab, decent. So I'm gonna put Piechoty beta. A good player will put these guys in alpha for sure. Beta. Average player, you can certainly manage very well with these guys. Armia Krajowa. These were the one in the ghetto, I believe, in the uprising. So you got sniper strength 1. Pretty bad, but it's decent. Good sprite for it. That's a girl, so it's different than the other. You got good things here in the recon tab. They're not bad at all. Cool sprite. They're cool. Infantry tab is very decent. You got good infantry. Wait a second. Do you? Hungarian. Anyway, no, you don't have that great infantry actually. When I think of it, the ones you have are great, but you don't have a lot. You'll need to rely on these partisan. Oh, 36. The availability is out of this world. That's for sure. Yeah, yes, it's like a Panzergrenadier division, except it missed 1 here. Yeah, the infantry tab is fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's a good infantry tab. Tanks. Decent tanks, but not a lot of availability. 3. Okay. Yeah, it's not that great. You'll struggle, for sure. Bogwart, you won't ever use that, but it's a good meme. You only got 1, so don't waste it. You got a couple of MGs, flamers. Anti-tank tab is decent. Anti-air is not that great. Artillery is not that great either. I'll put these in. You'll struggle with that. Cunts. A good player can probably bring them to beta, but for now they're gonna be cunts because there's not a lot to do with that. There's good infantry, but not a lot of support either. Like you don't have that much machine guns. Uh, yeah, cunts. There's definitely something to do with them. You could play them a lot and bring them to beta, but you'll never bring them to B. I mean to alpha. All right, the 5th Panzer. Recon tab sucks. You got 3 choice, but the one they have are good. But there's not a lot of choices. Man, they kind of suck. Well, infantry. It's a regular Panzer Grenadier. It's a regular Panzer Division infantry tab. It kind of suck. You don't have a lot of choices. Tank tab is great. Support tab is great. Anti-tank tab, it's decent. Anti-air is great. Artillery is great. Air, it's great. So I put the 5th Panzer in I mean, there is better German division, so I'll put them in beta. You can definitely play them. As soon as you play them, they'll be beta. If you get better with them, they could be alpha, but they'll never be super strong. So beta for the 5th Panzer. 16th Panzer. Recon tab, decent. At least you got some choices. Um, this is very good here. So pretty good recon tab. Infantry is like the rest. It's okay. Tank tab is it's all right. It could do with better. Um, it's not that great. You might be tempted to bring a King Tiger in 1v1. I would, but it's generally not recommended, especially now that 290 points is ridiculous. But providing that you're winning, that you got a lot of support on the map, and that you want to close off an area of the map on open ground map, and you bring this, and you don't need to worry anymore about that part of the map. But yeah, it's an okay tank tab. It's not the best. Support tab is great. Anti-tank tab, yeah, cunt. Anti-air, yeah, cunt. Artillery, great. It's a great choice. Air tab, great choice. So overall, I'll put the 16 in beta. Yeah, you can make it work to alpha, but I'll go with beta. Ah, ça pue. Ça pue jusqu'ici. Oui, je sais. Je veux juste dire, sont intenses. Non, c'est le bébé. Anyway, 20th Panzer. Let's look at them. Recon tab kind of sucks, but you do have Panzer trees, and these guys are fucking good. Like, look at that. 3 of them. They do 100mm with their regular shell, 150 with APCR. They have 1.5k range. They have 74% accuracy. 74! And then bring them to 2-star. They got like 80%. And then bring them to 3-star, and they're close to the 90%. So, yeah, that's a good recon. Of Clara, you can bring them with these, which is decent. So it's an alright recon map. Infantry, you got more choices, so that's a good choice of infantry here for the Germans. Tank is very good here. Look at these. You got Panzer trees again. You got T-34. You got you got 3 cards of Panzer IV and an ace. Not that it changes anything, but it good looking, right? We remember this guy from my video in. Anyway, and you got a IS-2 at 200 points. So that's actually pretty good for this deck because you overwhelm the enemy. You bring this as a surprise. That's a good deck. That's a good tank tab. And then good support weapon. Panzer trees, Panzer IV, flamers. This is a bit of a meme, but I used to use them all the time. They're good. Grill. You got nice commanders. Not that you would use your commander to fight anyway, so I'd probably take... Well, that's the same points, right? I'd take that. But don't use it to fight. But anyway, anti-tank tab is good. It's more than good. Anti-air is excellent. Artillery, excellent. Air tab, it's alright. It could be better, but it's alright. So I would put the 20th Panzer into alpha. You can definitely bring this to super strong if you play a bit with them. But right off the bat, this would be alpha. And you know, guys, Tria and 7th, technically they would be beta. And you can work them to be alpha. and to me, for the special 10% players, I guess you could bring them for very good players already. You could definitely bring this into super strong. But these division are my two favorite, and then they will go in super strong. Okay, but technically probably more in beta, and most people would put them in dicks. So I just want to be clear. I know the controversy about these guys. Okay, but they're there and they'll be there because it's my fucking tier list, and this is where I put them. All right, so 20th Panzer, we've done them. 21st Panzer, uh, good recon. You can definitely overwhelm the enemy with these. They got the Panzer trees. You cannot upvet them and have three of them, but they're still good. And like, look at all the choices here. You're in for a treat. So excellent recon tab. Infantry is, it's good. It got a bit, it's all right. It's okay. Tank tab is great. It got lots of good tanks. Panzer 4, Shermans, and then I guess you can bring one card of that just in case. Support tab is great. Anti-tank tab is okay, and there's no pack for these, so you're stuck with these. You don't really need pack for these, but it's always good to have anti-tank, so it's okay. Anti-air is great. Artillery is excellent. You have a bit, no, it's great because it doesn't have abstract mortar except for these, and these are not the greatest. So it's a great RT tab, but not excellent. Air tab is excellent. You have Fokker Wolf and fighter bombers. So I would put the 21st into strong alpha. They are players who will only play the 21st Panzers. I'm thinking of Joker. I'm thinking of Viper. These are tryhard players that will always play the most OP division in order to put their rank up. And it's just a testament of how good these divisions can be for people who aren't that good. So yeah, these are good divisions to play. Then we got the 116th Panzer. Good recon tab, excellent, I'd say. I mean, there's better, but this is good recon tab. Infantry, regular. Tank tab is great. You got lots of Panzer IVs. You got Panthers if you want, and leaders. This is a great tank tab. Support weapon is fine. It's pretty great actually. Anti-tank tab is excellent. Anti-air is okay. Artillery is great. It's excellent, I should say. Air tab is okay. And for this reason, I'm going to put the 116 into beta. Air tab isn't that great. As an average player, you'll take the 116 and you'll already be beta. You can work it to be alpha, but you'll never work that to be super strong. So beta. Panzer great tank, great recon tab. You got Pumas, you got 234s, you got Panzer 4, you got Aufklärers with the. Oh, actually, not a great choice for Aufklärer, but you do have also the Panther in recon. Infantry tab is regular. Tank tab is great. You got Panzer trees. These are very, very good in CQC support your infantry. You got 5 cards of Panzer 4, Panther Ds, Panther A, Tigers. They're great tank tab. Support weapon is great as well. Anti-tank is great. Anti-air, great. Like, look at that. That's fucking great. Artillery is great. Good choice there. And air is great. So we're putting Panzer Lher strong. You'll be strong with that. Herman Goring, great recon tab. Infantry, great infantry, good for CQC maps, forest map. Tank tab is great. You even got T-34s. That's awesome. Support tab is, it's alright. You got the Storm Tiger. Micro intensive, but very powerful. Almost undefeatable, especially from the front. Anti-tank tab is great. Anti-air is great. Well, it's good. It's good, actually. Artillery is great. It's excellent, actually. Air tab is okay. Herman Goring, strong. 5th SS Panzer, recon tab, sucks, expensive. Infantry tab, great. You got lots of infantry. They got 2 machine guns. Tank tab, great. You got 2 cards of Panzer 4s, 2 4. You got T-34, 85. Just 1 card of them, but they're good. Panther Ds. So yeah, this is good tank tab. It's decent. You can manage. Great support. Anti-tank is okay. Not the best, but it's okay. Anti-air is great because you got the Flak 43. You can manage. Definitely, you can manage with that. Just 1 card though. It's an alright tank. It's an alright. To be great, it would need the 88s, but it's an alright anti-air tab. Great artillery. Great support planes. These are good planes. They're fucking expensive though, but they're very good. Bad agility, like most Farker Wolf, this is their downside. Good bombers with winter camo for some reason, but anyway, yeah, it's a good, it's an alright air tab. It's expensive. It's alright air tab. So for this reason, they're gonna be in beta. You can definitely manage with them, but it's gonna be a bit harder than with others. 12 SS, great recon tab. Regular, actually great infantry tab because these are fanatic. They're never gonna surrender. Tank tab is great. 5, 6 card of Panzer 4, Tiger E's, Panther D, Panther G. Excellent tank tab. And if you want to know the difference between the J and H, these have a slower traverse, so they'll turn their turret slower. From my understanding, this is not written anywhere, but that's the scoop. Support tab is decent. Anti-tank tab is great. Anti-air is awesome. Artillery is awesome. Air is awesome. Look at that. Bad agility though, so you really need to micro these. Like, they're good fucking planes for everything, but anyone can outturn them and kill them. So there's that. But the 12 SS, and I'm gonna put them in strong. Playing these, you'll be strong. You can bring them to super strong if you want. But you can also play them as beta. Like, you're not gonna be, they can even go as cunts because people sometimes, anyway, they're alpha strong. They did not fare well in the tournament though. They've lost almost all of their games, so that's one thing to consider. Panzerverband Strachwitz, good recon. You got TNT recon, you got AT recon, and those works as line infantry as well. Aufklarer, they don't meh, but just for these makes it a great recon tab. Infantry is low availability. Tank is great. You got Panzer trees, 5 of them 2-star. You got Lukes that comes in support your infantry. You got 1 Panzer 4. You got Panzer T-34 85 in phase B, so that's 4 2 vets or 8 total. You got Tiger Panthers. Like, this is a decent tank tab, a good tank tab. Support is decent. Anti-tank is meh, not that great. Anti-air is great. You got the Flak 43 and the mobile wagon, so at least those are 2 excellent choice. Artillery is great. Air is great. You got the Junker 87 G2. These are the 37 millimeter anti-tank guns. You bring them with recon plane and with the Fokker A8, and they're gonna do a killing. These are your saviors in this deck. Panzerverband Stratschwitz for me, it would be super strong. But I am going to make an exception compared to these guys, and I'm gonna bring them to alpha. Playing these just because of the infantry tab. Had it had a good infantry tab, it would be here, no question asked. But the infantry tab is less than desirable, so I think playing these, you will be extra strong. You will be super alpha strong with them. Just keep in mind that you don't have lots of infantry. You can still be decent with them. And they are expensive infantry as well. But, you know, there is something to do with these guys. All right. 20th Panzer Grenadier. Recon sucks. Infantry is regular. Tank. It's okay. It got this weird guy here. That's a Panzer 4 on top of a Panzer 5. I mean, of a Panther. It's a cool officer, but it's just one of them. Anyway, tank tab is okay. Not the greatest. Actually, it sucks. But anyway, uh, decent support sucks. The anti-tank tab sucks. 254, 45 points. You're not gonna bring that in 1v1, okay? Anti-air is great, but very expensive. Like you do not want to lose these, but and it's excellent. This will protect you from the sky. Artillery is okay. I will put these in cunts, because of the AT tab. Tanks is not that great. Air. You don't have a lot of anti-tank air. I mean, yeah, they're just cunts. You'll have a lot of difficulty playing that in 1v1. 25th Panzer Grenadier. That's a great choice of recon here. Infantry is a good, decent chunks of choices. Tank, sucks. There's the Tug Tree too. Support weapons are great. Anti-tank is great. Anti-air sucks. Artillery, okay. Air sucks. 25th Panzer Grenadier, cunt. You could manage with them. No, they're dicks. Like, look at that. And you don't have the best fucking airplanes either. They're okay airplanes, but yeah, they're dicks. 25th Panzer Grenadier, dicks. Don't take them. Grossdeutchland, recon, it's okay. You got these little guys. It's not the best recon. It's average. Good choice of infantry. Tank, it's fine. You can definitely manage. Support is great. Anti-tank tab is great. You got these guys too. 255, 45 millimeter APCR only. Anti-air, great. It's excellent actually. Artillery is excellent. Air is, it's alright. Grossdeutchland, beta. You can bring them to alpha, but beta. 11 Nordland. Good choice of recon. Lots of availability, so excellent recon here. Infantry is... it's good choice because there's these two there, so that's you got enough infantry. Tank, it's alright. You got 2 Panthers to complement these guys, so that makes it alright. Support is great, lots of MGs, they're known for that. Anti-tank is great. Anti-air is great. Artillery is okay. Air is great. You got the jet. These goes fast. 560, 525. There's faster planes in the game, but these are cool. They got big payload. Like for heavy bombers, they're very fucking fast, and they're big payloads, and you can protect them with the Focke-Wulf A8. So yeah, great air. Nordland will go into alpha. Um, you can definitely play them as beta. You could maybe bring them into alpha, into super strong, but most likely they'll stay at alpha because of the tank tab is not that great. I forgot to say, uh, they got the fastest vehicle in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Am I? I am. I guess I am mistaken. Oh well, okay. I didn't forget then. 17 SS Panzergrenadier got 1B. Great recon tab. Infantry is... it's fine. It's okay. These won't surrender. They're 8 strength though, but they're nice. You got your regular infantry here. You got some Volksdeutsche if you want to use these. They're okay. Infantry tab. Tanks kind of sucks, but at least they're the Stug 4. They're the better version. Support is great, and you can bring them with the fastest vehicle in the game, 115 kilometers an hour. These guys will get there before anyone and everything, even before planes. I mean, they're that fast. Anti-tank tab is great. Anti-air is great. And artillery is decent. It's good. It's a good artillery deck. Air tab is okay. And for this reason, I'll put these guys in beta. You can definitely make them alpha, but for most people, they'll be beta. And you want to play them in Maverick or Vanguard. Vanguard's not that great anymore, but they're definitely an early rush type division. Group Harteneck. Recon is decent. You got some good choices. Good infantry. There's not a lot of options as line infantry. But there's definitely, something to do with here. They got the Hungarians here. There's definitely something you can do around here to make this division very successful with the infantry they have. Anyway, tank is decent. It's okay. You can manage with that for sure. Good support. They got this 242. Anti-tank is... it's fine. You got the Edzer here. Those are excellent. 95 points, they'll kill everything. Okay, they got the APCR rounds. You take them, 2 vets, phase A, 1 in phase B. Or, phase B, phase C. But honestly, guys, these will destroy everything if you're careful with them. And they got decent armor as well. Once they're out of APCR, back up and recharge them. But even not backing up, they got 145 penetration alone by the AP shell. 1.7k range and 1.5k range with APCR. In my opinion, they're the best tank destroyers in the game. Anti-air is... sucks. Artillery, it's okay. It's great. Actually, you got the half-track mortar. You got 81mm. For me, that's all you need. Air tab is good. You got decent fighters here, and you got nice bombers. No, not non-fighter bomber though. These are cool looking too. So if you're looking for cool looking planes, they don't do a lot. They got 120 ammo, but they're cool looking. Um, this tank, this Harteneck and Beta, you can definitely be super strong with them. Definitely. I mean, alpha strong, not super strong. You can definitely be alpha strong with them, but these are going to be beta. Then we're going to have Skijager. Uh, okay, recon tab. They're definitely infantry centered. Infantry is less than stellar. It sucks. Let's be honest here. But you do have a lot of availability though. But where are you gonna bring in phase A? And I guess in phase A you could rush, and then you get these guys to kind of hold the line. Tank tab kind of sucks. I mean, there's good choices here, but by themselves, support is okay. You got the KV2. This can definitely do some damage. Anti-tank tab kind of sucks. Anti-air sucks. Artillery, it's okay. Air tab is okay. So Skijager, cunts. You could bring them to phase to beta, but they're cunts. Most likely you'll probably be dicks with them, but they're cunts. Okay. Uh, First Fallschrim Jager, nice infantry recon. Infantry centered though, but it's nice choices. Infantry is awesome. Tank is it's good, but that's all you got, so you gotta be careful with that. Support is awesome, LG42. Anti-tank is awesome. You got the Pz.Gren, and you got one card of them. Anti-air is decent. It's decent. Artillery is nice. It's very good. Air is good air, good decent air. So first Fallschirmjäger, alpha. You can definitely bring them into super strong. You could play them as beta as well. Alpha. Third Fallschirmjäger, recon is decent. Infantry is the best. Tank is okay. You can manage. You definitely got more choice than the first Fallschirmjäger, so these are good. Support is excellent all across the board. You got two cards of LG42, heat round at 1.5k, 100mm, HE 2k. Like these are good. Anti-tank is great. You got Pupchen, you got Gerlich 42, which is a good small but powerful. You got two card of these. Anti-air is great. Artillery tab is excellent. Air tab is great. They have the best infantry in the game, along with the 6th Airborne, and lots of availability. They are expensive though. You bring them with 2-3 star. There's not a lot that can defeat these guys. This is one of the division that the tryhards will play a lot because it's very easy to win with this. Extremely easy. It's so easy to win with this, guys. As soon as you play it, you become super strong. So, bam. Then we're gonna go 14 infantry. Recon sucks. Infantry, good choice all around. They got good choice of infantry, but it could be better. This is an infantry division, and you don't have a lot of choices. Bring one of these. Oh, you only got one of these. Okay, bring phase A. Then you got your line infantry here, and then you got some special choices around here, but not that much. Tank is decent. Support is decent. Anti-tank is good. You got 2-pack. Support is because you got the NG42 there that makes them decent. There is that too. This was used, I think, in Stalingrad. in before, but I think I remember seeing pictures of these in Stalingrad. Not sure, but these kind of sucks. You don't want to bring them. You could. They're just 35 points. They do have 8 round, so that's good. Maybe in the forest environment. I mean, in the town. Anyway, anti-tank, anti-air sucks. These are fragile. Good, but fragile. This is decent artillery tab, air tab. It sucks. It's not that great. 14 infantry. We'll put them in cunts. There's not much. I mean, for infantry division, there's not a lot of choices. Tank is, well, I guess we could put them in cunts, actually. You can definitely manage something here. Oh, yeah, no, the anti-air and the air tab. No, 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 those are cunts. There you go, cunts. 52 Sicherungs. Uh, sucks. Infantry tab. It's fine. It's a good infantry tab. You use disheartened troops at first. Yeah, it's a good infantry tab. Panther only in phase A, in phase C. Cunts. The recons here in phase B. So the only tanks you got are in phase B, and they're Panthers. That's a cunt move. Nice support tab. Nice anti-tank tab. Anti-air is decent. Artillery is it's okay. It's great. Air is alright. 52 Chicheron, they're dicks. Don't use them. 78 Storm, they sucks. Yeah, recon sucks. Infantry is great. You got good infantry there. You can work around with that easily. They don't have a lot of flying infantry. Yeah, they do. They got the shoots, and that's good enough. Tank is, it's okay. Support, it's fine. Anti-tank is great, actually. You got 3 pack, you got 1 pack 88. You have a lot of bazookas, 2 cards. You can, I wouldn't use these personally, but the anti-tank type is great. Anti-air is excellent. Artillery is great. You got good stuff. Air is okay. You put the 78 Storm in beta. You can definitely bring them to alpha, but yeah, beta for the average player. 122 infantry is going okay. It's infantry centered. 2 Fusilier makes it good. 1 card of sniper. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. Lots of choices. They got Finland on their side. These are good infantry. They're nice to have. Uh, yeah, good choice. Tank tab. Well, at least you got lots. It's decent. Support tab is fine. Anti-tank tab, it's fine. Anti-air, kind of sucks. Artillery, it's okay. Air, it's alright. 122, C. Cunts. You can definitely manage to bring them to B if you could, but they're definitely C tier. They're cunts. They're okay. They're gonna be hard to play for you guys, for people in general. Oh, I forgot the 28 Jaeger, huh? Nice infantry centric recon. 2 cards of snipers is good. Infantry is fine. It's good for CQC, especially. It's less than desirable for most of the time, but if you're in a map with CQC, it's great. But for quick play and random play, it's not that great. Meh. Support is okay. Anti-tank is meh. Anti-air, artillery is fine. And air, it's okay. It's not that great. It's okay. 28 Jaeger, They're cunts. Good players can definitely put that into alpha, but regular players will not. I think they're cunts because this is very situational. This could be the best fucking division for a certain map, like Cell maybe, but other than that, I don't know. Yeah, these are gonna be cunts. 52 Shishang, we did. Yeah, 352 infantry. Okay, choice. Infantry centric. These are not that great. Infantry choice is good. You got some choices. Sucks. Support tab is fine. Anti-tank tab is great. Yeah, you got this. This is awesome. It's expensive, but it's strong. And you got lots of little choices here. These I found out they're pretty powerful. Um, they destroyed Panzer trees. They destroyed light recon. They're good choice. Anti-air is okay. Artillery is okay. Air is okay. So we're gonna put this guys in. Nah, we're gonna put them in cunts. There you go. Let's go look at Kuruk 559. A good, decent choice here of recon. Lots of infantry. You can definitely spam your way with that. Tank is a good choice. You got the Panzer 2C. These are very fun to use, especially in forests or in towns. I love using these. These are nice too as well. Panzer trees with the Panzer 2. Nice combination in towns. They don't have a lot though of the rest. They do have two cards of Tiger, one card of Tiger. I mean, you can use on yeah. Okay, decent support. Anti tank is okay. Anti air is it's all right. There's one card of these, one card of these. You can definitely manage. Artillery is okay. Air is okay. I would put Kuruk into cunt on just because of the tank tab doesn't give a lot, but definitely a good player could bring these into alpha. They're, I've won games with Kuruk and Lenina. It's very situational. A good player could bring Kuruk to alpha, but they're definitely cunts. I think I bring them personally to beta. Most players playing them will be either cunts or dicks, so I'll put them in cunts. Toulon, okay, recon tab. It's not the greatest, but there's two cards of snipers plus these guys, those commandos. Infantry is one of the best infantry in the game. You got Marrows, you got Boots, you got these guys, pretty good CQC. You got enough choice of, yeah, excellent infantry tab. Tank tab, meh. Support, excellent. Anti-tank tab, meh, it's okay. Anti-air, excellent. The best anti-air tab in the game. Artillery is great. You got radio, artillery all across the map. Air tab is okay. So because the tank tab is not that great, and neither does the anti-tank tab, but you do have lots of anti-tank here. Écoute, I mean, listen, in the hands of a good player, these are going to be super strong. In the hands of the average Joe, I think they'll be beta. Beta, average Joe. Super alpha, king of noobs. Like me, I think I play them in an alpha stage. Like if you're better than most noobs and you're a decent player, this will be alpha. If you're a good player, this is going to be super strong. And actually, I think I forgot something very important. Yeah, these have the fastest cars in the game. You could bring your machine guns with it. You can bring your anti-tank guns with it. Yeah, this is cheese beyond level. So these are gonna be alpha. But like I say, very easy to bring them to super strong. But I think the average player will find some difficulty there. Lovas, decent recon tab, decent infantry. They don't have machine guns though, so actually just this tab. These guys have machine gun, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, these guys got machine gun. 3 cards of them. Okay, yeah, good infantry. Tank tab is they suck. Let's be honest here. They're good for like good players can make good use of them, but they overall they suck. Support tab is fine. Anti tank tab it's okay. Anti air sucks. I mean powerful, but still sucks. There's no. Oh wow, fuck! I didn't see that. That's excellent anti air tab. Artillery is fine. You got radio here, some off maps. It's a good artillery tab. Air defense, no, it's a good air defense. It's a good air defense. I will put Lovas into beta. There's definitely something to do here. If you can manage, look, oh, they got Hedzers? Yeah. I was kind of debating whether beta is good or not. But with the Yak Panzer, 2 cards of these, it's good anti-tank tab. It kind of negates your, it kind of balance out this. This you'll use for infantry support, you know, and you can use these to kill tanks, and you got these as well to kill tanks. Yeah, this is definitely beta. You use this division, you'll be beta. You can bring to alpha, I do believe. Lovas Tartalek, decent recon, okay infantry, 4 tabs. These don't have machine guns, but there's tons of them. Sucks. Support, it's fine. It's a good support tab. Anti-tank sucks. Anti-air, excellent. And artillery, fine. Air, it's okay. I'll put Tartalek. Well, there's not a lot of anti-tank though. So for this reason, they're gonna be in cunts. Panzerdivision, recon, good recon. It's decent, you know. Infantry is great. Great infantry. Not a lot of choices on the 3-4, but decent choices. Tank is great. You've got great choices in there all across the map. Not a lot though, not a lot, but good support weapons. This unfortunately do not use his rear machine gun. See, it says 3 machine gun. You got 1 machine gun there, 1 machine gun there, and 1 in the front. It doesn't use the rear machine gun, and so that sucks. But good choice overall for tanks. Support weapon is good. Anti-tank is okay. Anti-air is great. You got 1 card of this, supplemented by these and these. It's alright. Artillery is okay. Not the best, but you got mortars. Air, it's okay. Panzerdivision, beta. You'll play this, you'll be beta. You play this a lot, you could be alpha with it. First Blindata Romania Mare. So what's that? Sea Romanian? The sea, the ocean. Mare? I don't know. I don't speak Romanian. Uh, Good, decent choice of recon. Infantry, pretty good infantry. They're fine. You can definitely do some damage with that. Tank, good deck. It's a good tank deck. Support, yeah, it's an okay support. Tank anti-tank tab kind of sucks, to be honest, but these are cheap. These are cheap and they do some damage, so I guess that's good. But otherwise, well, these are good too. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, these are good too. No, these are not that great. It's an alright anti-tank tab. This kind of sucks. They're fragile. Artillery, decent. Very decent. Air, it's okay. You got lots of choices. So Blindata will go into beta. If the average player will play it, it'll probably be cunts with them. But if a good player will them, can definitely bring them into alpha. And if I played them, that would probably be into beta. And then we forgot Ryhma Raappana. So Ryhma Raappana, good, very good recon tab. Kivari, very good infantry tab. They're the Finland, right? They're good. And lots of choices. Tank tab, ugh, sucks. Support tab is great. Anti-tank tab, less than stellar. Anti-air kind of sucks, right? Artillery, good artillery support. Air, I mean, interesting choices, but overall kind of suck. They got the PE2, that's good. Ryhma Raappana, if you play it, you'll be a cunt. You can definitely bring this division up to beta and even to alpha, but you'll have to be very good for that. So for the average players, Ryhma Raappana, cunts. 5th Cavalry, good choice of fast early recon. Good choice of infantry. Tank is okay, not that great. Good good support. I'm sorry, I'm speaking so much. I don't drink enough water. It's an alright anti-tank tab. I've seen worse. Anti-air is fine. Artillery, it's it's regular. It's okay. Anti-air, it's fine. I mean, there's definitely better. E7s are like not that far from what 1940, 1941. Anyway, there's a good choice to be defensive here. 5th Cavalry for the average player will be cunts. You could definitely bring them to beta, but for most people, they're never going to be able to bring that to beta. So they're cunts. For Munte, okay, it's infantry focused. It's an okay. It, it's not that bad. It's not that great either. Cool truck. Infantry is fine. It's a good choice. You got lots of choice. Good choice. Tank is fine. You got 2 cards of Panzer 4. Support is fine. It's okay. Anti-tank, okay. Anti-air, it's fine. It's survivable. Artillery is good. Air, it's okay at best. There's not a lot of great thing about this. You could manage to bring it to cunts, but for now it's gonna be a dick. I don't see any average player being good with these guys. good players could bring that into beta, I do believe. So there you go, guys. This is my tier list. So in Super Strong, you got 3 Ya VDV, you got the 7th Estonian, 2nd Indianhead, 3rd Spearhead, 1st DFL, the 6th Airborne, and the Fallschrim Jager. And then you got these guys who are alpha strong. Like, there's definitely something you can do with that. Like, you start picking these up right away, and you'll definitely have an advance over people picking these guys up. Beta, there's definitely something to be done with these guys, but you'll have to be a good player to really take advantage to bring them to A or B phase even. Like, I could see Harteneck go into alpha strong, I mean to super strong with a few 10%, but most will bring to A. So yeah, this is my tier list. I hope you guys enjoy this content. Remember, this is just for the average player that I'm making this, and heavily based on my own opinion, obviously, because we got these two in super strong. I encourage anyone to start playing with the 7th. They're very cool division to play with. I don't encourage anyone to play with the 3rd Fallschrim Jager, just because if you always play the best division, how are you going to be good overall, right? You could be very good. Like, if you're a new player, I really recommend any of these division, uh, especially the 15th Infantry. I recommend the 7th Estonian. Panzerlehr is a good option for you too. 12 SS is a bit of a gamble. You'll probably play it as a B tier, but it can easily climb up to A. 20th Panzer, you could start with it. You'd be alpha strong, and you can easily bring that up to super strong. You know, so yeah. Hope you enjoy it, and I will see you for next video. Goodbye, guys.